I really want to see if it's going to overload or something. There it goes. Hey, it made it. Well, welcome back to the channel, folks. Today we're going to be looking at the Champion 2000 watt inverter generator. I bought this one from Tractor Supply. Amazon had a little bit better price, but I just didn't want to wait for the shipping. I was able to walk in, pick this one up same day I found it. There it is. Now this review has taken about a little over 2 months to do. Some of these clips were when I first got it. Some's been later on as I've been using it. If you know me, I'm not one to do a unboxing and review all in one, because how can you review something you just unboxed? Some of these tool channels are cracking me up by going, well, we're going to do a review on this tool we just unboxed, and we ain't really used it, but we got friends in construction who say they're really good. You know, it's like me telling you, I'm going to review this book. I haven't read it, but I'm just going to read the back of it and get a review. And please click the link below. So anyway, this I've got about 400 or so hours on it. Bought it back in early June. Here it is, 1st of September. I've been using it at my off-grid cabin. Have run a few tools on it, but mostly running my air conditioner and computer and whatnot out here at the cabin. So it is light, 38 pounds. It's 2000 watt surge, 1700 continued running. Now you can get the PowerLink kit. It goes right there. You can connect 2 of them. And the PowerLink kit has a 30 amp outlet for your RV. Single by themselves, they do not. They just have two 220. I'll show you later. Two 120 volt outlets and a 12 volt outlet. So, having said that, now that you know that I've used it, and I'm impressed. Let me show you. It came very well packed. They did not want this thing damaged at all. It's a box inside of a box, which is the way you package stuff like this. And yes, I did keep the box. I've learned over the years, you keep the box until the warranty runs out, because in this instance it has a 3-year warranty. So I'll be putting up with this box for about 3 years, because as soon as I throw it away, something will happen. I will need to send it back, and I will not have a box to fit in. So let's get to the specifics of this. I think if you're looking for a small generator, something you can carry around, you pick up, go camping, go to the job site, this may be what you're looking for. I don't know. So let's get on with the video, and here we go. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to start your Champion generator. This first start, it's not really first start, but I'm going to show you as if it was. Remember, when you take this out, the very first thing you got to do is put oil in it. It comes with no motor oil. So if you crank this thing up without no motor oil, it's not going to last you very long. And probably your warranty is not going to cover it. You do want to make sure, this is another little pet peeve. It's really hard to see the on and off here. You want this, if you're not using it and it's stored, you want it off. That means the vent is closed. If we use it, you want the vent open. It will, at times, depend on the temperature and everything outside. If you have it off, it will run for a little while. Sometimes it'll run full tank, sometimes not so much. 2 o'clock in the morning, it might decide to stop on you. So we're going to put some gas in it. I use non-ethanol gas. This is 87 octane. I've used as much as 91 octane, and I think I got a little bit better running time per tank with a 91. Now see, there's really no way other than looking down there to tell how much gas you have. And luckily, after 2 months, I've got to know the sound of when it's coming up into the neck. Got gas in it. You're going to want this already turned this, but you're going to want this going to be probably turned off. You're going to turn it to green. You're going to pull the choke out, and this recoil is very easy. So don't think that you're starting a lawnmower or a weed eater or something. This is very easy. And let's see. That should have been off. That's your econo mode. The reason that was open and this was on was because it had run out of gas about 3 a.m. which is fine because it's cold enough. I didn't need that air conditioner. But you should start it with the econo off and with nothing plugged in. So I just warmed a little bit. And if you're going to shut it off, and let's say you got something plugged in, you want to unplug it, turn the econo off, and that's it. Simple as that. Eco mode. So let's see what happens when the compressor on the air conditioner kicks in. I just filled it up with gas, let it set. Eco mode's on. Just plug the air conditioner back in. It's 6,000 BTU. There it goes. Hey, it made it. It's still on eco mode. Compressor kicked on the air conditioner and it handled it. Cool. That's great. Alright. Well, so we'll know how to handle a 6,000 BTU air conditioner on eco mode. So that's great. Okay, got it on eco mode. The compressor on the air conditioner is running and it's handling it pretty good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit my 3 horsepower 3 gallon shop vac. I'm sorry, 3 gallon 3 horsepower, yeah, 3 horsepower shop vac, and see if it will handle it. Now I do not know how many watts this is. I'd have to look it up, and I'll try to look it up and put it on the video before I post it. So anyway, here we go. Yeah, see if she's, now this is on eco. Let's see if she'll handle the load on eco. Sure did. I seen the little overload thing come on just briefly, but she handled it. I'm liking this Champion. The only thing I'm not too sure about, it's died twice on me today. I don't know why. May have had the vent closed, but I'm trying to see how long I get out a tank of gas, because I have to have the air conditioner running while I'm gone all day because I have a little dog, you know, and he needs air conditioning. He's not outside dog, and I need to know when I'm gone that my air conditioner is running. So anyway, I'm trying to see how long this thing will run on a tank of gas. It advertises 11.5 hours at, I think, 25% load. This is I believe 1700 watt run. I'll have to check. So the 6,000 BTU air conditioner is 530 watts. So I'm not much over that quarter. So I'm thinking I should get in the 8 to 10 hour running time. So anyway, but we'll see, and I'll let you know here in a little bit. Can y'all hear that? That's the generator I moved up on the porch because it was raining. Man, that is one of the quietest generators I've seen. And I've seen the Predator from Harbor Freight, as well as the Hondas. I'm wanting to say this thing's quieter than the Honda, in my opinion. Hondas are quiet. Now this is the Champion on the Eco mode, so, but it's still running my 6,000 BTU air conditioner. Excuse me. That is quiet. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but it's just crazy how quiet that is. And when I've got it out sitting out in the woods just a few feet away from the cabin, you can't hear it. Can't hear it at all. If you can see that, 11:09. Okay. I filled this up last night at 9 p.m. It's been running 14 hours. Running my 6,000 BTU air conditioner, 14 hours. I need to go to town. I thought it'd be run dry by now. I'm sure it has to be. But so I'm fixing to shut it off, but the promotion said up to 11.5 hours on 25% load. Now I'm running a 6,000, I got a mosquito trying to get me, a 6,000 BTU window air conditioner. Look at all the rain now. And I have it on econo mode, which means the air conditioner cools down. I have it set at 68 last night. Cools down to 68. Compressor shuts off. Fan runs for a few minutes. Then the fan shuts off. Then when the temperature rises, I don't know how much, just probably a few degrees, the fan comes back on for a few minutes. And if the temperature doesn't go down, then the compressor comes on, cools it back down, and repeats the process. And that's been going on for the last 14 hours. This little Champion is still going on that same tank of gas. I am very impressed. Now, I will say that it is a fairly cool and overcast day for July. I think it's 80, 82, something like that. And the other day, when I got here, it was real hot inside, and I hooked this up. I thought I had filled it up, but maybe I just got close to the top. Last night I filled it up till it just barely come up in the neck. But the other day I filled it up, and I thought it was close to being full. Maybe not, but I ran, and the compressor on the air conditioner ran constantly, and I got around 6 hours before I had to leave, and it was still running. But it was low on gas then, so they're forecasting 100 from 102 to 105 this next 5 or 6 days. So I will get the chance to run this all day in 100+ degree temperature, see if it will keep my see how long it will run on a tank of gas when it's running that compressor constantly. So stay tuned. Okay, this is interesting. It just died. Let's see what time it is here on the old phone. Got some messages. Yeehaw. 5:59 p.m. Now I just I filled that up this morning at 8 a.m. So that's 10 hours. And today it got up to 98. And it has been running that 6,000 BTU air conditioner all day. Granted, the air conditioner cycling on and off this morning while it was still cool up to about noon. But since then, it has been running that 530 watt air conditioner full blast. So I am really, really pleased with that. Now I just have to go take my gas cans in and get them filled up. So last night, second night, I filled it up and it ran 11.5 hours. The air conditioner ran a little bit more last night than it did the night before. I think it was a little warmer last night. So this thing has some great run time if you're running, even the dog loves it. So it does have some good run time. So definitely something I would purchase again. Okay, let's go over your control panel here and what the features we have with this Champion 2000 watt inverter generator. You do have two 120 amp outlets along with a 20 amp breaker reset. Never had to use that yet, thank goodness. But you have no 220, so just keep that in mind. You do have a 12 volt receptacle as well. Charge your phone. You could run your 12 volt appliances like your coolers and refrigerators and stuff like that. It has an 8 amp breaker reset right here. Let me see if I can get this. Okay, right here is a ground attachment. They recommend a ground. I've never used a ground, to be honest with you, on a generator like this size. So, you know, ignore that at your own risk. This is your parallel plug-ins. If you have the optional parallel kit, you can run two of these generators together to double your wattage. You can go to a 4,000 watt surge with a 3,400 watt continuous run. And this is where you would hook those up. Here is the output indicator light. You'll start it up and a few seconds later this light should come on green, and that tells you that you are outputting juice. This here is your overload light. This will shine red if you have an overload, and then you'll have to come and hit your overload reset right here. Next, this is the low oil warning light, and I've had that once. I don't know if I've said it before or someplace in this video, but this has got about 400 hours on it now. And it burns some oil sometimes. So actually when I first got it, sorry, had to kill a mosquito. When I first got it, and the first couple times I started up, smoke would come out, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, that's just the engine setting the rings and the manufacturing oil and stuff like that. So it doesn't smoke no more, but it does burn a little oil between oil changes, just a tad bit. So this is your fuel dial. This turns your fuel off and on. It will go to the green. Can you see the green? When you're ready to start. And when you want to shut the fuel off, kill it, you just turn it off. This is your choke. Not choke. This is your econo mode switch. That works very well, and I'm surprised that even under a load with my computer, which has about 800 watts and my actually over 800 watts, and my air conditioner running, which is 530 watts, so around 1400 watts, this thing is still able to keep up when the compressor on the air conditioner kicks in. So it will do its work. I also appreciate the 800 number. I've never had to use customer service, but if I do, I have the number, and that's pretty handy because I don't always keep up with the instruction manuals. So that's your dashboard and what all this good stuff is for. Pretty simple and straightforward. Okay, now the things that I'm not crazy about on this generator. Let's start with the gas tank. I'm not crazy about this vent thingy majigger right here, because I don't know if you can see this or not. I've had it got vapor lock on me once before, and sometimes if I stick it in the house, in the cabin while I'm gone, I close it and then Sometimes I forget, but you know, I get it. It has to have a vent. I get it. So I'm not crazy about it. I wish there was some kind of fuel level indicator, maybe built into the cap, or, well, no, I wish this was clear. So you, as you're filling it, you can see how much gas, because let me tell you, at 2:30 in the morning, when you're trying to fill it up with a 5-gallon can full, and you're trying to look down in there, in here with a flashlight to see how much you got, by the time you hear it hit that spout, it's a little late. You're going to spill some gas. So if it was clear, maybe some indicator down here would be great. Not a big fan of this cover. It's plastic. Well, actually the whole housing's plastic, but this just seemed a lot flimsier than what I was expecting. It hasn't, you know, it's just, it hasn't affected how it ran or anything. It's just, I'm like, man, that's flimsy plastic. Other than, it hasn't affected it. So, you know, that's just a pet peeve of mine. You know, I get the spark arrestor thing, muffler and all that. I get that. I just wish it was a better design so that it would be easier to take this off. Because if you're running this day in, day out, you've got to clean this about, well, it says, I think, every 50 hours. So, and to do it, you got to take these 6 screws off, all these 6 off, and take that screw off in there and clean it. And it's a pain. It really is. So, if it extended some way, maybe have like a typical muffler with a screen in it where you could pull the screen out, and it would be, they could have done it a lot of different ways. But really, these are very minimal pet peeves. As I said before, or I will say in this video, you want to keep this thing as level as you can, because if you get it tilted just a little front or back, something like that, that will affect your runtime. Because when the gas tank runs low and it's not, it will shut off on you. So get it as level as you can for the longest runtime. So that's pretty much my only little pet peeves. It did quit once, like I said, on low oil. My fault. It quit once, overload. Don't know what happened there, because that was the middle of the night, and the only thing running was the air conditioner. So I don't know what the overload thing was on that. It seemed like I had one other time that quit on me, and it was, oh yeah, when the spark arrestor screen filled up. You'll see that too. My fault right there. I was thinking it was them, but as it turned out, it was my fault. So that's my only pet peeves. So the question that you're probably wanting to know is, hey Don, would you buy it again if you had to? The answer is yes, if I did not have the money for one of the Honda EU 2200i's. That is like the holy grail of small generators. And yes, I would like to have a Honda EU 2200i, but I can buy 2 of these for what one Honda cost. So if I had unlimited amount of money, sure, I'd buy a Honda. But if I need one of these, especially job site or throw in the back, go camping, and you know, I'm on a budget, most of us are, I would choose another Champion. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments below, like and subscribe. Hey, there's a write-up over on the blog at Blue Collar DIY that's a little bit more in depth. I appreciate it. Hey, we'll catch you on the next one. Donald out.